Good morning, troops. Another day, another drain. I do love setting up in the dark. And that's not being sarcastic. I mean, when you're pike fishing and you're setting up in the dark, it's like it's an extra buzz. It's you know, you're really excited and you're entering into the unknown. I love it. I was sitting there on the bank, just me and the barn owls, set up, dressed for winter, but it's very, very mild. So today we're going to be dead baiting for pike, as always. I've got one rod set up with a very small roach, obviously for zander. Hopefully it's going to be very grey and overcast all day, so it might be conducive for the zander feeding during the day. We've got our pike rods out. We've got on the left hand rod, we've got static dead, that's a whole sardine mounted on size 6 semi-barbless trebles. Middle rod is a whole smelt, and that is on my running water paternoster rig. And the right hand rod is a small roach, and that is also on a running paternoster rig. The reason I use paternoster rigs a lot up here is obviously you have a big issue with the mitten crabs. So I arrived just before light and I didn't want to cast 3 static deads out and then they get picked up by crabs, that's it, you know. So as it happens, I wasn't bothered or annoyed by the crabs on the static dead on the left hand rod, so it wasn't an issue. But you never can tell. You could plonk yourself in a swim here and you could be beep, 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 all the time, and it's just crabs grabbing your bait. So yeah, we're out. I've got to say the water quality looks very good. Not like up my way where it was chocolate brown. It's nice clarity. It's not running off hard. It's got a nice gentle toe to it. But I'm on a run of blanks at the moment, and this venue can be very, very difficult at times. So I haven't picked the easiest venue to get back up and running, but I'm going to be up here desilting this stretch come January. So I ain't going to be out of fish here for a little while. I love this section. I ain't going to be out of fish here for a little while, so I thought I'd get one more crack at it, and I'll probably move on to the great ooze for my zander fishing, because, you know, as I say, they're going to be desilting this stretch for the remainder of the season. Be a lot of disturbance, and they're taking all the silt and they're putting it on the bank. I'll show you a picture. So yeah, you don't want to be walking around or trying to get to swims in that. So one final push on the middle level this season. Let's see if we can crack it. Well, it's the 10 o'clock update. Hey, not much has happened. grey, misty day. 8 degrees, quite mild. You would expect them pike to be really active, but so far, nothing. They run the drain off for a little bit between 9 and 10. Nothing major. You can see the left hand rod there. That's a paternostered smelt. Down the left hand margin, about 2 rod lengths out. The middle rod is a paternostered roach. That's mid channel. The right hand rod is tucked right in the margin on the right hand side. That's a static dead, that's a whole sardine. But at the moment, no joy. Oh, when you're on a run of bad form, you're on a run of bad form, ain't you? Not a touch. Midday, halfway through the day. We've only got 4 hours of daylight left, and it's not looking good for the old fishing for pleasure. Just goes to show, doesn't it? Just been talking to a nice chap, and he arrived after me. He's gone now. He's only going to do a half day session. He had a 21 and he lost one. And I've not even had, I had one bleep, one solitary bleep, and I don't believe it was a fish. There was no movement of the float at all. So yeah, we're scratching our heads at the moment. We're desperate for a fish, aren't we? But conditions look perfect. I say a guy there had a 21, which was nice. Good on him. You know, it's a good way to start the new year, isn't it? We've got 3 rods in the water. Midday. I've just boosted all 3 baits now. The smelt I've pumped full of Predator Plus, so it's oozing red, unctuous goo out. The roach and the sardine I've injected with sardine and anchovy oil. And hopefully it will instigate some action, because it's at the moment, it's not looking great. This whole piking game, you know, it can turn itself on its head within a matter of seconds, you know. At the moment, yeah, no joy. Let's crack on. Red fleece on for a change of luck, but that hasn't worked. I've got about an hour's daylight left, I reckon, at the most. Foot conditions would have been ideal. I mean, I've tried everything, different distances, different angles, different depths, and nothing. So we've got an hour, as I say, we've got an hour of daylight left. I'm hoping this mist is rolling in, light levels are dropping fast. Hoping that the pike or the zander run just before it gets dark. That's my only hope now. Sat here all day. As I say, I've worked hard all day though, but no joy. Sometimes that's the way it goes. I mean, the only negative spin I can put on the whole day is it's very mild, and maybe the silverfish are not shoaled up. So crack on, persevere, ain't over yet. I'm always confident I'm going to get a run, but we're quickly running out of time. So fingers crossed, toes crossed. I'm hoping, as I say, get one of those last minute specials. As I say, I've tried everything, all different depths, all different angles, all different distances, swap the rods around, swap the baits around, and we've had nothing. So could it be another dreaded B? I'm not even going to say it, the B word. But at the moment it's not looking good, but you've got bait in the water, you're on the bank, you've got a chance. So we'll crack on, see if we can catch you one before the close of play. Well, it's almost dark now, and we ain't had any change in fortune. It's been a long day. Really enjoyed my day. Don't get me wrong. It's not like woe is me. Blanks are part and parcel of fishing. But I'm on a run of them now. It's four on the bounce. 4 on the bounce. So no, ain't over yet. I mean, it's not completely dark. It looks better on the camera than it actually is in real life. It is pretty dark. So I reckon I've got about another 15-20 minutes before it's pitch black. If I catch anything, you'll see it. Don't worry about that. Just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone again, wish everyone a happy new year, and hopefully all of you out there watching, subscribing, joining the channel, hope you grab yourself a PB, whatever species you fish for, whatever water you're targeting. Good luck. Tight lines for 2025 everyone. I'll see you on the bank real soon. And that's the end of that chapter. 4 blanks on the bounce. Oh, what do we do to turn our luck around? No fish, no fun. No runs, no fun. But time spent on the bank, always worthwhile. I'll see you on the bank real soon, troops. Take care. Tight lines.